No! Get away from me! Come here, you little whore! I said get away from me! What? What's with the flashing? Same dream as always. Doubt I'll ever get to sleep without nightmares. I blink and scratch my eyelids. Gotta remind myself not to sleep on a moving bus. Got a headache and maybe a concussion for every time my head's hit the window while sleeping. I search inside my backpack for my phone. I need to know what time it is and check for notifications. I turn on the phone and see 2 new messages. The first one is from Mr. Torrance. Lion, please contact me when you arrive to Amityville. Everything's set up. If you want, I could come for you. I prefer not owing anything to my landlord just yet. Thanks for caring, but I'll head to the cafe before heading to the apartment. Gotta sort out all the purchase paperwork. Lion slides into the next message. From one new waitress, Carrie. I'm really grateful for this opportunity. I'll be at the cafe tomorrow by 7 o'clock. Thanks, Carrie. Please, don't worry too much, okay? It's just a waitress gig. We'll work on the cafe later. I've spent all night inside a bus. Now I gotta get to the cafe, then the new apartment, and then unpack. My body's hurting. I'd kill for a frappuccino right now. The old owner finally retired after signing a never-ending contract to buy a new cafe. I've been behind bars for the last few years, and I've gone through many jobs, saving to finally get my own business. And finally, now that I'm the new owner, I feel I'm gonna make a save just in case this is important. I feel happy. Quite accomplished. Yeah, after all, I've worked these past few years. Having a business will definitely make things better. I stop, distracting myself, and grab my suitcases to go home. I choose to go home after a tiring day. Still can't believe I'm here. So far away from my old home. Away from Mom. And far away from my stepdad. Just remembering this makes me have a stomachache. Sometimes I wonder if killing him was really worth it. I guess I'm not the best person around. Also, what's this button? Oh man, sun's barely rising. I gotta get up already. What's this button do? Oh, that's the save menu. Why was that a thing? Okay. I get out of bed, questioning my life choices. After a bit, I get up and go to my small kitchen. I open up the fridge, just a few things I got last night to eat. Yeah, I've gotta do some actual grocery shopping. I take a few cheese slices and some butter. I'll make a light breakfast to get to work. I quickly eat my food while dressing and rush into the door, shrieking when I find my landlord right in front of me. Good day to you too. Just wanted to check how my new tenant was doing. Creepy guy. I'm fine, how did you know? I didn't. Just came to check up on you and opened the door before I knocked. Yeah, I understand. Well, to be honest, I'm in a hurry. Gotta set everything up for the cafe's reopening. The old cafe? You bought it? Well, that's a nice surprise. I'm glad you're an entrepreneur. Does it have a new name? Yeah, it's, oh no, you're gonna give me this power? That's Blue Sheep, it's Platoon. Ah, God damn it. I'm just gonna call it the Creamy Spittoon. I think that's cursed enough. Yeah, it's Creamy Spittoon. That's a nice name. Well, maybe I'll pass through and take a coffee later. Good luck. Yeah, thanks. I'm off now, Mr. Torrance. Gosh, I hope he doesn't. This guy gives me the chills. I finally step into the tree. Before going to the cafe, I have to go to the supermarket and buy a few things I need. As I step away from the apartment building, I start to feel something odd. The feeling of being watched. Nevertheless, when I look to my sides in search of a person, I realize there's no one in the streets. Maybe my paranoia's back. I quickly walk down the street, uneasy. Thanks to the GPS, I get to the supermarket. I take everything I need. Milk, almond milk, vanilla, cocoa, and a treat for myself, a chocolate bar. I get out of the market of my shopping items, realizing that the sun is slowly rising above the horizon. Thanks to being distracted, I didn't notice someone in front of me and bumped into what feels like a brick wall. Yes, that's my boy! When I look up, I see a really big guy using a weird and worn-out hockey mask. I feel shivers going down my spine while seeing him. He doesn't see anything, just stares. After a bit, I realize he's not looking at me, but has a chocolate bar in my hand. Oh, I get it, he wants some. Yeah, I'm gonna share the chalky. I left my bags on the floor. I get up And with both of my hands, I break the chocolate bar in two. Here, sharing won't kill me. This guy tilts his head, looking at the chocolates for a few seconds. He accepts and proceeds to move his hands in a pause and gentle manner. I'm surprised when I notice he's mute and quickly realize what he's saying. It's sign language, and then move my hand to answer, "You're welcome." One of many things I learned in prison thanks to the free time. Oh, I'm glad I learned it in a way. Finally, I grab my things and leave the big guy behind. Get to the cafe and find someone at the doorstep. For her appearance, I knew it. She was my new waitress, Carrie. Oh, you must be lying. I'm sorry, I got here way too early. Should I come back later, or... don't worry about it. Actually, you being here is quite convenient. I have to set everything up, and cleaning was gonna take a long time. Could you take care of that? Yeah, right away. Don't spill blood everywhere! I know that there's a point of contention for her, but still. Carrie quickly stepped inside as I opened the door. I told her where the cleaning tools were while I went behind the bar, setting the groceries up. I grind the coffee, put the cream inside the sleeve, and set up the cups in an accessible place. I place all the pastries and desserts on the shelf next to the counter. And when I'm done, I was in front of an impeccable cafe. Carrie even placed a tablecloth on each table. Weird. Do we have any of those? Whoa, Carrie. That was quick. Thank you. I guess we could open up early. It was nothing. I'm a good cleaner. I'll change. Carrie went behind the bar and put on her apron. Meanwhile, I hang up the open sign. I had already put the advertisement in the newspaper, alongside a coupon, and I had the advantage of the cafe being right in front of a park. I come back to the bar, approaching Carrie. While we wait, I want to explain to her how to use the espresso machine. Have you ever tried one of these? Sorry, I haven't. I never really had anything like that. She almost had a heart attack when she had to say no. I just nodded. Easy, you don't have to worry about not knowing. It's okay. Everyone knows about this. Let me explain. I taught Carrie the basics about coffee, filling with water, putting coffee on the portafilter, and showed her how to level up the machine. Then I put the portafilter back and finally started the morning. Voila! Just like that. Whoa! I thought it'd be much harder. The machine won't be a problem. What will be hard is the service itself. Serving coffee can be easy, but it's got its tricks. Now, memorize the menu and the ingredients. The clients arrived, so I tell Carrie to bring them the coffee once it's done. I get closer to the bar, noticing a dark-haired tall man. His most noteworthy feature is being a metallic hand. Welcome to the Creamy Spittoon Cafe. What can I offer you? Look at that. The old shithole's reopened, and with a hottie serving too. Last owner looked like he had a stick up his ass. The man laughed. I don't know if I should laugh or raise an eyebrow. I didn't get to know him much. I only do coffee. That's all I'm expecting. Well, give me an Americano with whiskey. We don't have that in our menu. Oh, come on. You can't have good coffee without whiskey. I ain't a pussy. You don't have a good bottle in there? You know what? I'm gonna give him an alcoholic Americano. Like Ash from, Ash versus the Evil Dead. Like, hell yeah. I stare for a few seconds and sigh. I look at both sides before gesturing for him to wait. He curiously looks back at me while I take care of the Americano. When I'm done, I take the cup and go to the storage room. There, I open the box with my stuff. One of my faves, Jack Daniels. Sometimes on rough days, I drank half the bottle and drowned in tears until I passed out. Now I'm just pouring it in a coffee, measuring the quantity so it adds taste without going too far. I walk back to the bar and handed the man his coffee. There you go. A cup of Americano coffee without anything added, because we don't have permission to serve alcohol. The man looked at me, slightly doubtful before looking at the cup. Finally, he takes it and drinks, smiling with satisfaction. Perfect! Now I know where to come for my Americano without anything added. He laughed, quite pleased. I guess I'm still a little weak to whims. Either that, or the guy just looked like an uncle who just wanted a drink. Here you go, dollface. Your pay and your tip. He takes my hand and puts something in it, besides the pay, closing it. It's for good luck. Trust me, wouldn't want anything happening to my new favorite barista. This sounds weird and quite dangerous, so watch your back. He pats my hand and walks away with his cup of coffee, humming a tune. I looked at the strange man and walked away. His eyes redirect themselves to my still closed hand. Doubtful. When I open it, I find the freakiest thing I've seen in years. It was a dry, severed finger. I was unable to tell if it was real or fake. I looked at the door without knowing what the hell all that was about. I hear Carrie approaching me, so I hurry, putting the finger in my pocket and the money on the register. A first client. How much was it? I noticed some childish happiness coming from her, and I couldn't help but smile. An amazing $1.25. She noticed I was kidding and laughed shyly. Good enough to retire, right? Oh my god. I freaking love Carrie and just like how bubbly she is. Oh god, this is... I don't remember what Carrie was like before like she got bullied. Like being so for real here, like I love seeing this side of her. I laughed, realizing the joke still ongoing. At that exact moment, I noticed an abrupt change in Carrie's attitude when the bell chimes once again. Before looking at the door, I looked at Carrie's face. At first, she was surprised to see who'd entered. Then her face changed into discomfort. Oh no, it's her. It's who? I turned around and looked at the door to see who it was. Well, I heard Carrie running away into the storage room. I just see a blonde young girl, dressed up in fancy branded clothing. She's got quite the unfriendly face. Her nose was wrinkled, almost as if she smelled something awful. Who the hell are you? Oh, another stupid town cafe. I beg your finest pardon? I want a foam-free Trenta latte, 5 decaffeinated shots, pumpkin essence, and no foam, 208 degrees Fahrenheit. I blink, not getting this kid's attitude. I immediately realize this is one of those rich and entitled girls. Great. My favorite kind of people to talk to. It's dangerous to serve coffee that hot. You'll get burnt. I'm sorry, are you deaf? I didn't ask for advice, I asked for a coffee. Don't question and do your goddamn job. Oh, God, my God. You know what? If she gets burnt, that's on her. Screw off. I swallow the anger I have right now. Choose to do the most reasonable thing for the business. Make her the Trenta latte. While I'm at it, I fantasize about throwing it at her face and messing up her makeup. Or, with a bit of luck, cause her first-degree burns. Is what would happen with a coffee at that temperature. Finally, I've got the exact order. Here we go. Instead of taking the damn cup, the blondie just stares at it. To take away. She smells with the malice of an entitled girl. She's testing me. I know it. I don't fall for it. I grab the cup and carefully pour the contents on one of our paper cups. I slightly burn my fingers, but I don't show it. There. Anything else? At least now I know she won't be staying. I don't even know her and I already want her gone. She drinks the coffee in small sips. Her lips frown, almost like she was disgusted for not finding anything to complain about. Decent. I'm surprised it's almost perfect. I think that's the closest thing she's ever said as a compliment. She extends her perfectly manicured hand and tosses $20 onto the counter. She walks through the door without waiting for her change or even saying goodbye. Thanks, come back soon? Please don't. God, I hope you get run over. I'm sorry. Chanel scares me to death. I hid in the storage room. Don't worry, I can see why. I saw everything, well, almost everything. You're so brave. She says it with admiration. I shrug it off, not taking note of it. When you've been in prison and lived what I lived, it takes more than a whimsy entitled blondie to scare you. People can only intimidate you if you let them, Carrie. Now come on, we gotta organize some stuff back here. Huh. We didn't get many more customers, just a few. But at least Carrie and I haven't been lazy and most of the storage room is fully organized now. I'm a bit tired. Yeah, it's been a busy first day. Now, we just gotta take the tables back in and close. I asked Carrie to please turn the sign from open to closed, and she does. She comes back with me to arrange the chairs until she remembers she left her bag in the storage room, going back for it. When I think the first day's over, I heard the door opening and the bell chiming. Someone's entered the cafe. That's just my luck. Yes! It's Chucky, my boy! I'm so lucky. Got it just in time. A hot caramel macchiato with double vanilla. And don't go too small with the caramel. I raise an eyebrow. Look at him. the short, red-headed boy with scars on his face. This town's sure full of interesting people. He kind of looks like a doll, or is that just my imagination? He leaned on the counter, and he's now waiting for me to move. He doesn't seem too embarrassed to arrive at the last second to buy a coffee. Sorry, but we're closed already. Isn't he a bit small to consume caffeine? You know what? My bad. Didn't see the sign. You're gonna serve me anyway, though, right? Clanso is right. In terms of taste. Like, that's the full quote, okay? The customer's always right in matters of taste. That's the full quote, okay? Like, they cut it in half just so that like, shitty customers can get whatever the hell they want. But I love Chucky, so I'm gonna give up and make his coffee. I sigh and go to the bar. It's not that I think the client's always right, but after such a hard day, I don't want any more trouble. Now I get why the last owner was so bitter. Making the caramel macchiato took less than I thought with the boy's indications. It looks like he hasn't taken his eyes off of me while preparing the drink, like he's making sure it's just how he wants it. I place the coffee in front of him, on the bar. His mouth changes into a big grin without looking away from me, his huge blue eyes piercing into my soul. At least it seems like he likes what he sees. Whatever it is he's seeing. Here we go. The redhead takes the glass and sips. A few seconds later, he nods, pleased. I feel the sugar kicking in already. Ideal for a long night. He laughs in quite a unique manner, winking at me and handing the exact amount of money. He continues drinking the coffee without moving at all, like he owns the place and time doesn't matter. Excuse me, we were closing, as I was saying. Oh yeah, right, I get your hint. Don't be so grumpy or you'll grow wrinkles. It'd be a shame to ruin such a pretty face. Oh, don't flirt with me when I'm mad at you! Well, he did get the paper glass hint. Wait, is the little guy flirting with me? I'm left speechless for a few seconds, which he uses to turn around and walk to the door without any worries. The door's the other way! I found my bag. Can we go? Why do you seem so tired all of a sudden? I scratched my eyelids. I probably look terrible, which is exactly how I feel at the moment. Forget it, let's just go. I'm walking back home, after closing up the cafe with Carrie. The girl is really sweet, but I think she lacks courage. She reminds me of myself when I was younger. Maybe on the inside, I'm a bit jealous of her innocence. Although I'm distracted, my senses are still keen. I can't stop feeling someone's looking at me from the back. Is my paranoia back? Wait, that's not my imagination. I'm hearing footsteps. I don't want to go home with someone following me. They'll know where I live and it can get far worse from there. Why is everything happening today? God, I can't stand it. By my goddamn limit. Although my common sense tells me I should run away, I stop walking and look behind me. As I thought, there's no one there? But after hearing someone walking behind me, I'm certain I'm not alone. I already heard you, so come out of hiding already. Stop fooling around. There was a certain movement from inside the shadows. A tall and slender silhouette gets close, and I tense up. I really wanted to believe it was just my imagination, but... Is it him? Is it the boy? Is it him? Whoa. Didn't expect you to notice my presence. Most never do if I don't want to, you know? The silhouette gets closer to the light between us, which reveals a man in a dark leather jacket, black pants, and a mask covering his face. Yes! Gotta admit, it's the first time it happens. Man, there's always the first time. Technically, you just took my stalking virginity. Hey, yo! I stay quiet. I already had a bad day with Chanel and that weird doll. Having an encounter with Master Freak was only making it worse. I don't know what you want, but I am not in the mood. Please leave me alone. I wish it was that easy. The masked man makes a theatrical gesture, placing one hand on his chest and the other facing me. But sadly for you, catching me by surprise has caught my attention. So no, I won't leave you alone. My eye twitches. I'm definitely about to lose my patience, the little sanity I have left, and everything else. Although I can't leave you for the moment, in exchange for one simple question. Yeah, sure. I sigh while pinching the bridge of my nose. I really just want to go back home as soon as possible, so I better just play along. Alright, you win. Ask me whatever you want. Great. Glad you could cooperate. Alright, the question is, what's your favorite horror movie? Just that? This freak just wants to know what's my favorite horror movie? I think about it before answering, but the answer is easy. Saw? Saw! Saw! That's not my favorite horror movie. My favorite one so far is Hereditary. That one still freaks me out to this day. Saw. The one with that jigsaw doll. I watch it when I'm bored. The masked man starts to laugh like he's been told a joke. What a sadist! Alright, you're okay for now. I also like it. He says goodbye, still cackling. The last thing I see before he turns around is him winking at me. How did a mask wink at me? I pretend to forget about it. Better just go home before stumbling into another masked freak asking what's my favorite Disney movie or some shit. I keep on walking, try not to think too much about what just happened. I am so done with today that I just want to go home, refresh myself with a shower, and sleep. I stop walking when I see a big figure obstructing the apartment building's door. The uneasy feeling returns. Oh, please, no more freaks. Either way, when I realize he's smoking right beside my window, the doubts turn into anger. If I was already having a shit day, this is truly what was going to make me snap. Seems like the man realized my expressions changed. He stopped inhaling the smoke. I know I've seen this sprite before, but Mike Myers, God. And also knowing how he looks under the mask. Have you seen what Michael Myers looks like under the mask? Like, he is so hot. He is so freaking hot. Who are you? The stranger adjusts the mask he's wearing. The cigarette in his hand still lit. The message is clear. He doesn't want to talk. Rude, I should have told him to stick this cigarette up his... Michael. Unexpectedly, he finally spoke. I remain silent, waiting to see if he keeps talking. But since he doesn't open his mouth, I'm in charge of carrying the conversation. Do you live around here? I moved in the morning, so I don't know many people. He takes a sweet time answering, but he does nevertheless. He raises his hand and points with his thumb to the building that I'm trying to get in. I live right here. Michael, I've been looking for... Oh, hey, Lori! A dirty, blonde-haired girl opens the door and grabs him by the arm. It makes me realize how muscular this guy is. The girl looks up at me, surprised. Oh, sorry. Did my brother scare you? At least there's one normal person in this family. Yeah, don't worry, we were chatting. Michael spoke to you? Well, that's new. I don't want to cause a bad impression saying otherwise, so I just nod in response. You may have stood out to him. You're new, right? We don't really get that many new neighbors around here. Name's Lori, by the way. That's right. I got here this morning. Name's Lion. It's a pleasure. Likewise. You're sweet, but we're in a bit of a hurry. I'll see you later around here. Don't hesitate to ask if you're out of salt. Her tone lets me know she's joking in a friendly way, so I laugh and wave them goodbye. I choose to ignore the fact that Lori practically had to drag Michael upstairs once we got inside. I won't ask why he's got a janitor suit or a mask. I'll just pretend it's totally normal. My door opens with a click, and I enter my apartment. Leaning my back on the door to close it, I sigh, relaxing. Finally home. I'm hungry, but I don't have enough energy to prepare something to eat. I go to the kitchen and grab some cookies I bought, heading to my room and throwing myself on the bed. I feel heavier as the tension leaves my body, relaxing every muscle. What an absurdly stressful day. What kind of madmen live here? It's like a cheap movie. I eat some cookies and fall asleep as soon as I take my pants off in bed. Well, you know what? I do the same thing. Why am I judging me? Wait, is there one more? Yes! I open my eyes, looking around startled. I can't recognize where I am, but it's cold. I hear strange, metallic sounds from a place out of view. I get up from the ground, scanning my surroundings. I must be dreaming. I start to walk around the place. I can feel the cold, rusty metal under my feet. This feels too real. I start to doubt if this is actually a dream. Maybe it's not a dream after all. I can hear a small girl humming in the distance. I can feel shivers down my spine, but I don't feel the fear I should. In fact, I'm bricked up. But not too much in the fact that is this background AI generated? Like, it It feels like it. I don't know. Like, honestly, like the art so far has been okay. All right. I do hope that for one of the future releases that they do replace this with their own background art, because like it's fine so far. It's been pretty decent so far. I have no complaints. This is where I have my one complaint. I searched for the voice's origin, but can't seem to find it. Instead now, I'm hearing a deep, raspy laugh. The cackling feels closer. Oh, no. This is a dream. I know it is. I can't just suddenly appear somewhere so horrifying. Well, it's not really that horrifying. It just doesn't make sense. You know what? I hear steps getting closer, and the scraping of two metal objects getting closer. Defend myself. Get out of my dream! I scream, more angry than I'm scared. I turn around to see where the noise was coming from. I managed to see a silhouette in the darkness. It's wearing a hat and a glove with a sharp blade at the end of each finger. He stops on his feet when hearing my voice. By the way, his head tilted. He seems confused. What? Did I choose wrong? I managed to startle myself up. Cold sweat running down my face. I look at the ceiling and let out a deep sigh. A groan leaves my mouth as I pinch the bridge on my nose. This day can't get any weirder. I try to sleep again, shifting positions. Did I choose wrong? Did I choose right? Okay, so I think that was pretty much like how you actually like survive through like day one. I think in order to basically like screw it up entirely, I think we're supposed to be rude to everyone. So I'm gonna walk away from Jason. I don't think getting involved with a stranger of unknown origin, torn clothes, and weird skin color is a good idea. I gotta go. I go around him without much resistance and leave him behind. I think I might have pissed him off. Let's skip ahead. Give him a alcohol-free Americano. Nah, I don't have permission to serve alcohol. You can add it by yourself. God damn it. You can sit down if you wish. Your coffee's on the way. It's okay. I'll wait here. I'm in a hurry. I'll make his coffee, serve it in a cup, and hand it to him. The man takes his cup, having a sour expression, and sips the coffee. His face changes and relaxes once he does. Whoa, it actually tastes quite good. I'll keep stopping by. Next time, I'll bring my whiskey. Here you go, dollface. Your pay and your tip. Okay, thanks, and I'm gonna decline and ask her to leave. I'm sorry, we don't have that on the menu, and it's irresponsible to make coffee at that temperature. What? How can you not have Trenta Latte? What kind of rundown cafe is this? We just opened and we don't have pumpkin essence. I don't know when we could get it. What a tragedy. Actually, the pumpkin essence is right below the counter, unopened. I refuse to make her coffee. Life showed me that things are asked with respect and education, but this rich girl's got none of them. You're doing it on purpose. Do you know who I am? I'm Chanel Oberlin. My dad's the mayor. I'll make your freaking excuse of a cafe shut down, and you'll end up on the street. They could shut down my cafe for not having pumpkin essence? She pierces my soul with her eyes. She doesn't appreciate my tone at all, but I just smile. You think you're so smart, huh? I'll make you regret this. She turns around, almost hitting me with her blonde hair, and walks away. Her angered heels hit the floor with each step, making her presence known. Thank you for visiting. Come back soon. Okay, there's Carrie. I freaking love her. And throw him out. His cocky attitude gets on my nerves. It's been a hard day, and that Chanel brat took enough of my patience. The coffee machine is turned off. So, you can turn it back on. It'll take way too long, and we're out of milk anyway. If you want a caramel macchiato, you can come back a bit earlier tomorrow. Hey! I was busy today. All I need is a damn sweet coffee. Yeah, well, not my problem. Seems like he's about to throw a tantrum, crossing his arms with a big frown. Finally, he seems to give up, but keeps growling as he gets closer to the door. Expect me back here tomorrow, you old biznatch. This ain't over. He's threatening me with coming back? Doesn't seem like a good threat. He gets out, slamming the door. But seconds later, he opens it again and peeks inside. You boring whore! Your damn caramel macchiato better have a lot of cream in it. Oh, I'll cream in it all I want. After saying that, he slams the door once again. Seems he still needed to say some more stuff. Oh, now that's love for caramel macchiato. Found my bag. We can go. Why do you seem so tired all of a sudden? Don't worry about it. I'm gonna say no. I finally snap after having such a shitty day. I won't answer any questions. Just leave me alone. As soon as that phrase leaves my lips, I turn and run away. I don't even look behind me. I can't hear his footsteps, understanding he's not following me anymore. And Michael, I'm gonna ask him to find another place to smoke. Can he smoke somewhere else? That window is beside mine, and it goes into my living room. I don't like the smell of tobacco. To be honest, I wasn't kind in the slightest. But who could blame me? The last thing I need is going into my apartment and smelling someone's smoke. He doesn't answer, but he does put out the cigarette against the sole of one of his heavy boots. He adjusts his mask and... Wait, why does he wear a mask? This was definitely the weirdest encounter I've had today. Alright, and into the dream, wake up. Oh! Everyone's here! Legit, everyone! Something's not right. I startle forward, sitting on my bed, looking at a bunch of horrible figures in front of me. Looks like you managed to piss off everyone in town. Ending. Slasher party. Yippee! Alright, and I'm pretty sure, like, the variations of the ending is just, like, it just depends on, like, who you piss off. God, I enjoyed that to bits. Like, I feel like this is definitely a very promising day one demo. Like, I enjoyed it. I loved how we actually got to know, like, quite a number of characters. There's definitely a lot more content than the original demo way back in the day. But anyway, that was horror/romance. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys do want to play this game for yourselves, link to the game will be in the description below. I got this game early access, so, like, I'm not entirely sure if, like, the game has been updated at the time I've uploaded this video. Hopefully it has. And then, like, you guys will be able to actually, like, play this game for yourselves. Like, I'm so excited for Chapter 2 for this. I really can't wait to see what else the developers come up with. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all have a lovely rest of the day. And, as always, I'll be seeing you in the next video. This is Lion, signing off. Ciao.